Hello and welcome to a League Race Highlights video with me, Zephyr, and for the first time this season, my League teammate, Jay Nemesis.
Hello, I am Jay, the other Sauber that you all see crashing.
A lot. You can find him at youtube.com/JNemesis.
That's good, because I don't need to say that now. Thank you for that.
So let's take a look at the championship. As you can see, Lord P is leading the field with 13 points, and my main rival for the rest of the season, Monolith, is on the same amount of points as me. Neither of us have had a battle yet so far this season. Both of us are looking for our first legitimate win over the other.
Yeah, and I was unfortunately not here for the first race, so trying to play catch up really. Before the season restarted, I was competing a lot with Pseudonym, Carlton, Insane, in a big midfield group, and now the midfield group is even bigger, so I'd like to try and get into the top 5, but by the end of the season, but we'll see how that goes. Pseudonym's improved a lot, so I guess my target is to try and keep up with him.
Sounds like a decent target. So, we don't have Jay's qualifying lap, but we do have mine, so let's jump into that. So, as you can see, the qualifying session was wet. It wasn't full wet, we were using intermediates, but definitely very slippery. The person with the fastest time, I'm not entirely sure. It says Monolith has a 31.7, but that's definitely just for the first sector. But he's leading the field right now, so he's my aim at this point.
Yeah, my qualifying didn't go very well, as you guys will see when we reach the results screen. Unfortunately, we didn't record it, but you might as well talk us through the rest of this lap.
Well, yeah, as you can see there from Sector 1, I'm 7.5 tenths up on Monolith's time, so it's looking very good already. It's been very smooth around this part of the circuit. I can tell you, I suppose, that I wasn't really feeling much of a difference to the dry weather, just slightly earlier braking. Maybe it was just the way that I have the car set up. I wasn't having any trouble getting on the power nice and early. So, I don't know, everyone seemed to be complaining about the conditions, but it didn't seem that bad.
Yeah, I didn't actually get a single clean lap in on my qualifying, so.
Yep, all the curves is gone, and we're coming up to the end of the second sector, and I'm 2.3 seconds off of Monolith, so having a very, very good lap. I think it was the first lap that I did where I hadn't, lost an end plate or lost a wing or something. It definitely was late in the session. I hadn't set a lap at the beginning. It's probably my third set of tyres.
Yeah, I had the same problem.
I think everyone does in Singapore. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
As you can see there's a little bit of end plate on that corner. I'm not sure what Carl was doing there. He didn't look like he was pitting, but here we are. We're going to come across the line for a 1:51.8, which puts me a good 3.5 seconds ahead of Monolith in second place.
All the way down the bottom is me. Not doing very well. 2 minutes 3. Yeah.
He did slightly better than Cornford by half a minute.
Yeah, I can't remember what happened to him, but yeah.
But it does look like you're behind most of your championship rivals, although only one place behind Pseudonym.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I didn't go into this with very much practice, so I'm not too fussed. I just want to try and get through the first laps with no problems and just try and drive a consistent race, really.
Okay, here we are on the grid, and the lights are out, and we're off. It looks like Monolith's got a much better start than me, so he's going to be able to claim the apex into turn 1. But we'll try and do our best to get it back through turn 2. I'm turning very early there. I think I might have made a bit of contact. Gone nice and wide here to give him space. It looks like Outsider's come out of nowhere and taken the apex. I think he started further back down the field, so that's a very good start from him. We'll take a wide line here and try and cut back in. We've been rammed so hard up the backside by Squan that we've spun, put us right back to the back of the field. Actually, we're only in 12th out of 13th, but looks like Lord P's had a bad start. Here we are, at the back, trying to work our way back through.
Yeah, my start, again, not too bad. Just a little bit ahead of you. You can just see me here. I don't know what happened to Lord P in those first corners. I don't know if you saw that, or maybe we see it on my view at some point.
I don't remember what happened at all.
Giving me a bit of a nudge there. That was nice.
Yeah, we're all giving each other a nudge just to let each other know we're there. A little bit of end plate on the floor back there. That was
Not mine, luckily.
No,
Oh,
not
I
mine
get
either.
touch
It's
him
exactly
a
what
bit
you
on
expect
left.
from a street circuit, though, to have
Yeah,
little bits of
tiny.
car
Sorry,
all over the
that was
place.
a lag bubble.
Perfect
Oh,
timing there.
Quite a lot of
Ah,
bits of
just
car
off
there,
the
yeah.
way.
Yeah, Sander in the wall. Not sure what happened with him, but it looks like he might have spun
Fucking
coming out
brilliant.
the left-hander there.
Has happened to my
Perez has
core.
gone very deep into that corner. It doesn't have a front wing, so having trouble slowing the car down, I suppose. Looks like Carlton's
Be nice.
made a decent start. Gone from, what was it, I think 12th up to 8th?
What's happened there?
Yeah, I think he started one position in front of me, maybe, so...
Yes. No, he was last, actually. He was 13th. Remember now?
Wow, you got really close to the back of him there.
Yeah, I didn't
you're going to
hit
hit
the
him.
brake so early, so then at this point I was thinking to myself, okay, I'll let these guys
Really,
brake
so I don't
nice
need
and
a front
early and
wing.
just follow them around.
Yeah, just wait for the opportunity.
Yeah, it kind of caught me off guard. Cut that corner far too much.
Yeah, that was really bumpy, actually. You can
Here we
spin
are.
on that corner
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, I've slid out a couple of times there. Oh, that's a little bit of contact there. It looks like me and Cornford managed to
I think that
sandwich
penalty...
Carlton. Yeah, that's a deserved penalty.
Yeah, that penalty's definitely deserved.
Yeah, I won't be appealing that one.
Apparently, Pseudo is 2 minutes behind me.
Oh,
Whoa,
gone very deep
man.
there.
Wow.
Outsider and Squan have come together. There's cars all over the place.
Sorry.
Insane
Yeah.
lost a lot of speed because of that.
I have no idea what happened there. It looks like
Is that
Insane
you,
lost a lot of
Ferrari's
speed there as well, because you gained massively on him.
Mm.
Straight up the inside on both of them, actually.
I think Cornford gave me a little bit too much credit there and gave me a lot of space. But here we are. We've gone around the outside of Insane. We're going to look up the inside of
Hey there,
Cornford.
Jay.
Whoa. He's turned in maybe 25 metres too early and not sure what
At
happened
least
there,
you've got a
but
front wing, mate.
thankfully he didn't end up in the barrier, is all I can say.
There's been a lot of contact so far. Ooh, wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff.
Nice little Doctor Who reference there for anyone that doesn't know what that is. But here we are on the start of Jay's lap. We're going to take a look at his first lap, see how he got on.
Yeah, so I decided not to use very much of my curves at the start and just go for a nice safe start. I didn't really care too much about overtaking anyone, more just not being destroyed. Really, really close at the top. I think we were actually 3 wide going through that third corner.
Yeah, it looked like
Cornford
Craig
being
is having
Croix,
some
yeah.
issues there.
I managed to get up the inside him there because of the contact they had with Cornford, so...
Yeah, it's giving you a nice run on him down into turn 6 here, I think. Turn 6. Whoa, he's a very late break there. He managed to get it slowed down there. It's credit to him.
Yeah, I mean, that was a nice move by him, to be honest. Quite aggressive, though.
Carlton on the outside of you. Oh, that...
Yeah, that was not good by me. I was lucky that he managed to control that, actually. Not to get a penalty there.
Oh, Carlton came across on you a bit there.
Yeah, he did. I didn't really have much room, and of course, this is where you overtake me.
Very early breaker, very safe. Very good driving there, sir.
Again, first laps I just wanted to be nice and safe. There's Sander, recovering from the wall. And I think I managed to get past Chris here as well, actually.
It wouldn't surprise me, yeah, with his lack of front wing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Good of him not to go barreling into the back of me, to be fair. Managed to get it slowed down. A lot of people just slam the brakes on and lock up when they've lost their front wing.
Yeah, he managed to control it quite well considering he had no wing. I mean, I'm actually struggling to get past. I know it's a narrow track and it's a street track, but
Yeah, very nicely done there up the inside into that corner, I have to say. He's all over you, which is weird.
yeah, it is.
Fairly clean first lap from you then, more clean than mine was up until this point. Let's see my collision with Carlton from your view, see what it looks like.
Yeah, I think I was a bit too far back to see it, really. But, I certainly took advantage of it.
Yeah, you
Avoiding
did, yeah,
the sideways car in the middle of the track.
Cornford's gone a bit wide there, as we saw from my view. Give me a bit of a run on him.
Yeah, there's a nice battle going up ahead as well with Outsider.
You say
Ooh.
nice battle and then that happens.
It was a nice battle. Now it's a nice 2 positions for both me and you.
Yeah, Team Sauber up into 6th and 7th now, and then I'm going up down the inside. You've got a really good view of this move actually. Ooh,
Oh dear. Yeah, that was very, very bad.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if my rear's locked up or
No,
something there.
you put the right tyres on the curb. It's literally impossible to brake on a curb in this game. Just insta lock up. Looks like someone's gone off there. I think that's Carlton has gone off.
I think that was Outsider, actually.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Outsider.
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah.
Because Outsider and Scon, of course, had only just recovered from their own accident, so a really eventful first laps in this race.
Definitely.
And if you look at the minimap, you can see that there's a huge battle going on further ahead where you guys are.
That wasn't...
No, that wasn't nice. I'm amazed that I managed to keep my wing for that, actually.
Yeah, Outsider's all over the back of you, and you let him up the inside, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought that it's better to just let him pass at this point.
Outsider's fairly quick. He's one of the drivers that joined the championship from the second league, where we merged, ready for Belgium. It looks like he's got... I say he's a very good driver. He doesn't have a front wing.
Yeah,
I
was about to say, it looks like he's missing something there from his car. And I'm going really deep. I mean, this is just a terrible lap by me, really. If you look at how far back I am now from the rest of the grid.
Yeah, so we're skipping ahead to me, the beginning of lap 3. I'm now sat behind Pseudo, who's made a mistake going into turn 3. I'm going to try and take advantage of that down the main straight. We'll take a wider line here and try and cut back inside. And looked like he turned left into a right-hander. I'm not entirely sure what he was doing, but
First pit stop
that's unfortunately
of the race.
prevented us from overtaking down this straight, which is frustrating for me.
He's on the better tyres as well, so it could be a little bit more difficult to get past him.
Yeah, maybe.
Back to me already. Oh.
No, skipping ahead to the end of that lap, and it looks like I've managed to stick with him, and I'm going to bide my time, see if I can get past in the DRS zone down the main straight.
Wow, that was a very wide exit on that corner.
Yeah, I was trying to straighten the car out and get a nicer exit than him, but going over the curve didn't help me there. But he's gone very deep, and that's given me...
Yeah, that was a brilliant drive through that corner.
Yeah,
I made it look easy,
I was
really.
almost past him
Before the DRS, yeah.
Before I even had opened the DRS, yeah. Looks like I managed to get it slowed down with the DRS and keep the position. See if I can keep him behind me long enough.
Next target, Monolith, of course.
Yeah, Monolith and Clovis seem to just completely ignore all the trouble that happened at the beginning of the race, laps 1 and 2, and just drove their own race and drove off into the distance. So I've got some catching to do.
Yeah, well, this is what happens if you manage to avoid the drama, especially on these street circuits. It only takes one person to be sideways to take out the whole grid, so...
Indeed, it looks like I'm pulling a little bit of a gap on Pseudo behind us. 7/10 of a second already. Oh, that's not going to help.
Very deep there, yeah.
Locked up the rear tyres and the back end pushed the car forward.
Oh, and
and
it looks like he hit me.
From... Wow. I completely forgot about that, actually. He,
yeah,
looks like he decided not to brake into that corner.
It was quite some speed as well that he hit you then. So.
Yeah.
Lucky for him, you were there to cushion the blow, really.
Yeah, and I'm, credit to him. He didn't apologise in mumble, so I assume that it was a lag bubble, and he didn't even think that it was his fault. So nothing, no blame there. Usually, when people think it's their fault, they apologise.
But now you're straight back on the back of him already. Without that end plate, though, it's not an ideal thing to be.
Yeah, and I'm on the prime tyre, so it's the longest stint. Oh, that's not going to help.
Wow. Well, if it wasn't gone before, it definitely is now.
Yes. Anyway, back to you, I think. Yeah. Joining you at towards the middle of lap 6. You're just ahead of Cornford, and chasing down Lord P and the group that he's involved with up ahead. Oh, that's not going to help.
Well, me and Cornford, we have a history of having these mistakes that just keep going on and chasing around for each other. So after seeing that mistake, it looks like it might continue. Back with you.
Indeed, it looks like having been round from behind by Pseudo, I've managed to stay behind all the way up until lap 7. I think this is a couple laps on from where I was ahead before. Looks like we're going to try and take him here. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this is Kreis up ahead. We're coming up to lap him. I think he's had some issues at the beginning of the race and had to pit.
Yeah, he did lose his wing, didn't he?
Pseudo looked like he was going defensive to the right there, and then as I went to the left, he chopped back across. But thankfully, we've managed to keep the speed and make the pass.
Again, pretty easy. You seem to get a lot better drive out of that corner than he does. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything.
What the hell has gone on there?
Looked like Chris turned in a little bit too early and unfortunately found
A
himself
little bit.
sideways. But I don't know if we caught it there, but Monolith was 9.9 seconds ahead in of me there, so got some catching to do. There you are. You've dropped down 2 positions from the start. Obviously, that mistake that we saw earlier dropped you down past.
Yeah, luckily, someone decided to
Cornford.
continue driving straight on that corner. Just
Yeah,
now.
I believe that was Lord P.
Yeah, it was Lord P.
No.
It's fine. I did it earlier on in the race, so you know.
It evens out. There you are. Still right behind Cornford. It doesn't look like he's managed to get away too much.
Yeah, into this. He took that really quite slowly there. Actually, I caught him a lot.
Oh, I'm very deep into that.
Yeah.
Those curves are deadly.
It's very easy to spin on that part of the track as well, I think.
Using all the curves. Are you doing the same as me, using half curves for each straight?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, another mistake from Cornford there, so...
Looks like you two are just, instead of trading overtakes, you're trading mistakes at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm sure we'll trade some overtakes at future points in the race. But yeah, now Insane is the next person for me to try and catch, as long as I can keep Cornford behind me.
Looks like someone ahead of you has gone into the pits. I'm not sure who that is. It looks like it might be Sander.
Yeah, because he's
Not
dropped
sure
down
what happened
behind.
to him, but it looks like he's made a decision to come off whatever tyres he started on.
Well, I mean, maybe if he started on the option tyres, it wouldn't be too... Oh, that was messy.
Yeah, it looks like Cornford's going to be able to take the apex there, but you have both overtaken whoever it was ahead. Actually, you haven't. You were lapping someone there. You're still both in 7th and 8th.
Very confusing. And wow, side by side down the DRS straight. I managed to get the DRS on him because he overtook me. So that worked out quite well for me, really. If I can get it slowed down, which I just about managed to do.
Yeah, very nicely done there. His arrow looked like he was going to try and dive up the inside there. You've
And I
managed
just
to lock it up.
totally locked it up going in there. So all undone. And now I've got some catching up to do. It looks like 2 people behind me both went off as well. So Lord P still having problems.
So that doesn't put you under threat from anyone on. You just got to hope that Cornford makes the same mistake.
Yep. And what was that, Cornford? I swear that was Cornford's voice saying that was my fault. Oh no, it was Lord P actually, I think.
Probably. I think, yeah.
Well, there we go.
Oh, you couldn't script it.
Yeah, that's karma.
That's incredible. So, you're in 7th, Cornford's in 8th. Coming back to me, I'm now 6 seconds behind. Well, I was 6 seconds behind Clovis when I went across the line, but that was because Clovis was in the pit lane. I think he started on the soft tyres, or the super softs, and pitted on lap 9. So that's put me and Monolith 1 position up.
Yeah, and already if you look at the minimap, the grid is just so spread out now. It's really pretty cool having so many different skill levels in this league now as well. So, gone purple there as well.
Indeed, I think this might be the quickest lap I did on the primes. We'll see. The clean air helps. It looks like I've closed the gap to Monolith 9.9 seconds to 8.3 seconds. So I'm not catching him incredibly quickly, but I am catching him.
Really tidy sector 2 there.
Almost nudged the wall.
Sounds like you got a little bit of wheel spin coming out of that corner actually, but
That's quite likely using the controller. There we are then. We're 6 tenths quicker than the previous lap, and purple. Pseudo's dropped down at this point to 6 seconds behind me, so I'm definitely pulling away from him.
yeah,
It's
who is it
interesting with
behind
him on
Pseudo?
the quicker tyres.
Is it Insane behind Pseudo? I presume it is.
I believe so. I'm inclined to say outsider, but I
Or
think
possibly
I think
outsider,
outsider
yeah.
catches towards the end of the race. So I think he had a bad start. Oh, very wide there, but I think we're going to come across the line for a quickest prime time of 1:46.3.
And we're back to my ever eventful race. Going in the pits and totally didn't break in time, but hey ho. Luckily this pit lane is quite forgiving.
Indeed, you've started on the super soft, so you pitted on lap 9.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is in the pits in front of me. I think it's Sander.
It could have been, yeah. He was ahead.
Get my slightly damaged wing replaced.
That cost you an extra 2.5 seconds.
Unfortunately it did, yeah, but I'd rather have an intact wing for the rest of the race if I can help it.
It does help, yeah.
Quite how long it will last on this track, I don't know. Pit lane exit here is so tight.
Yeah, I think so far we've both lost one end plate each, and it looks like you're going to come out right with someone. Is that
yeah, I'm not sure who that is.
That's
Chris, yeah. So
who you're lapping.
Yeah, he's one lap down from me.
There's two cars behind him who are battling with you. Very sluggish through that corner. It looks like Lorpy's managed to get past Chris, and someone else is going to make their way past as well. Wish there was a rear view that we could.
Oh, I actually got hit from the back there.
Ah. Well, you come out right with Cornford and Lord P. I think that might have been Lord P that accidentally hit you behind and went off wide on that corner.
Yeah, he seems to be struggling on that corner, doesn't he?
Yeah, we've seen him do that twice now.
Yeah.
Might just be.
And wow, apparently Cornford forgot to brake as well.
And
whoever that is, Chris is just getting right in the mix, trying to unlap himself. He's doing a bit of a Lewis Hamilton from a whatever.
I think the main problem with the braking zone at the end of the main straight is people who have DRS don't really know the braking zone for when they have DRS open.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, it's the same sort of issue you get on most tracks, really. People just underestimate their speed with the DRS.
Mm. Looks like you've managed to stay with Cornford, and I was about to say that you're going to bide your time and try and overtake him on the next lap with DRS, but he's made another mistake.
But no, I'm just going to force him straight out on that corner. Really nice of him to give me room there. He could have just turned in on me.
I think you had the line. I think you were entitled to the apex there. But yeah, very nice, very fair driving from him. I did see on your way past he was missing an end plate, but actually you're missing the same end plate. So that kind of evens things out.
Yeah. Yeah, end plates don't tend to last very long on this track. Not for me, at least.
I think the only issue I had this race was losing that one end plate when Pseudo ran me off. Other than that, I think my race was fairly clean.
Yeah, I just overtook someone in the pits then as well. I don't know who that was. But look at the gap to Cornford right behind me. All over the back of me.
I feel like some people may have started on primes and that you're going to leapfrog them when they pit, inevitably. Because you and Cornford were 7th and 8th, you're now 9th and 10th, so I feel like there's some people ahead of you that are yet to pit.
Yeah, definitely.
4 tenths behind. It's a very close battle here. I suppose you're
and of course
constantly looking at the
Carlton,
arrow.
And whoa, there's a Carlton.
That's always a scary sight to come around the corner and see a sideways car.
I think it's amazing that Cornford found the time during that corner to say, "Hi, George."
Yeah. So, right, definitely very difficult.
It looks like, what's his name? Begins with a C and I've completely forgotten it, has pitted and now you're coming in for yours.
Yeah, Clovis a pit on lap 9, so that was 3 laps ago, and that put him down to 3rd. But then on his outlap, he lost his wing. I think he crashed again, so he went in again on lap 10. So that put him right back down into 4th, some distance behind Pseudo. So at the moment, the running order is Monolith, myself, and then a huge gap back to Pseudo and Clovis, who you can see coming around sector 3 now.
Broken FI in middle of road.
Ooh, a little bit over the line there, almost.
A second one?
Lucky not to get a penalty with these strict marshals.
We didn't bring a very good package to this race.
Well, nowhere near as strict as they are out. This is fine, they won't see this.
We're back to me and Cornford again. Oh, locking up. Why do you always cut back to me when I lock? Everyone's going to think I just look up there every time.
It's a highlights reel. Mistakes are highlights. What can I say?
So, again, Cornford's gone straight back past me. Carlton's behind us now. Who's in front of us? I'm wondering. Because there's a big gap, isn't there?
I think Insane, Outsider, Pseudo, Clovis, myself and Monolith. That's 6. So, I can't think of who the other one is.
Squan, maybe?
I think you guys might catch Squan.
It's either that we're going to catch Squan, or Squan is behind us, maybe. And oh my god, looking it up again.
Yeah. That was
Not good.
That was a very interesting lockup. Like, you didn't really touch a curb or turn in or anything.
What the?
Looked like confidence. Just, I'm not sure whether that was a mistake or whether that was
I think
Australia
that must
lag.
have been some sort of lag. Yeah.
That was incredible.
Incredible driving.
You didn't get DRS actually, which is interesting since you look really close. Yeah, you're under a second.
Well, I am now, but I guess
You dropped
the
the right
mistake
tyre
I made
instead.
going into the beginning of the lap probably cost me.
Mm.
And it looks like he actually tapped the wall on the exit of that corner.
Yeah, it's always painful at the end of that main straight where you drop the right front on the curb when under braking. Always gives me a little panic.
Oh, that would explain why he's driving terribly.
What was that?
He's being attacked by a spider.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
And being from
vaguely remember
Australia, that spider's most likely deadly, so...
Yeah, which is why he asked he's not sure which he should be concentrating more, and I believe the response in Mumble was something along the lines of definitely the spider.
Yeah, if I was living in Australia and that was the choice, I think I'd have just stopped by now.
Cornford though, battling on. Gritty as ever.
These
Hold me behind.
hardened Aussies, used to the deadly insects.
My engineer's telling me to go for the overtake.
So you should be, within the DRS zone. Bide your time and overtake on lap 14. Either that or just stay behind him and wait for the next mistake.
I think he saved his curves here to try and defend a bit. To try and get out of DRS.
Are you just wasted a quarter of your curves?
Yeah, I only just noticed that actually. I don't remember doing
I
that.
did that a few times during the race. Oh, you've locked up again. Hopefully you can get him back into the DRS zone. It looks like he's not done that as well as he could have done, but he's got a very nice exit actually. So it looks like you are within the 1 second, so we'll see if you can...
If you notice, I used up quite a lot of my curves there to make sure. And going to use the rest down here. But I think
Following
I'm
in
too
the
far back.
slipstream.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's basically just given me the position.
He's gone defensive.
Oh.
And, oh man.
Yeah, that's what happens with DRS.
Completely underestimated the speed that you had. And now you've just got hope for yet another mistake from Concord. Looks like Sanders caught right up to you here though. So you might lose yet another position.
Yep, going very defensive. But it looks like he's a little bit far behind to try and make an attempt, so should be safe for the rest of the lap.
Yeah, hopefully you're not too flustered and you manage to keep with it. We're back to me, this is a rare occurrence.
Yeah, well,
Now,
you know.
Apparently 23 seconds per
Seven
monomer.
behind me and a spider on my
So
lap,
that's
but
not
I don't know
entirely
which is
accurate.
more important.
Yeah.
I think
Australia,
I
I'd
think
say
I
the
pitted on
spider.
the end of lap 13. He must have pitted at lap 12.
They have blue earthworms.
Can't remember when I
over there.
pitted, but I think he has just pitted and he's come out right in front of me, as you can see there. We've now built the gap to Pseudo to 16 seconds, so we're definitely pulling away from him. We're 3 seconds behind Monolith, so we've closed the gap.
Yeah, and going purple again.
By the looks of it, we're really enjoying these tyres, and the way I've got my car set up, it allows me to jump over the curbs without really worrying about spinning, so it really helps on this track. It doesn't really affect the car when you go over the curbs.
I must say, you seem to be able to turn a lot more sharply over the curbs and really put the throttle down without spinning somehow. I think my car was set up slightly different to yours in this race though, so...
I think I had my rear suspension quite loose and the rear roll bar set quite low.
You're catching him incredibly quickly. I mean, you were 3 seconds behind just now, and now you're down to basically 1 from what it looks like.
Yeah, I think that might be part to do with the fact that he's just come out of the pits on these tyres. He might be slightly cold, but it is more than I'd expect to have caught him on this lap. I think I was fairly surprised at the time. That's not going to help.
Hey Zephyr, you can use the DRS on me to pass me. I won't put up for a fight. You're so much faster.
And
So he just tells me that he's not going to put up a fight because I'm much quicker, but I then told him that he should put up a fight to make it interesting.
It's gonna close the gap. Push you
Sound
to
like
the
a
wall.
pussy, left.
I just don't
Sound like
want
a
to
pussy.
ruin my race by trying to defend.
As Senna said,
I
if
don't
you
think he'd
go
be
for
able
a
to
gap,
defend it anyway, to be honest, looking at
So what are you, Monolith?
looking at this.
Well, I'm not going for a gap, I'm just...
Ooh, he squeezed you a little bit there.
Sack up.
No.
Yeah, it's very easy there to pass.
And who's that you're coming out to lap? Is that Carlton or Lord P?
I'm not entirely sure.
We'll find out in a minute. Unless you cut away.
I think I might cut away at some point because it looks like I've built the gap to Monolith quite a lot.
Yeah, you're up into first, just lapping, and it was Carlton, and the other car certainly got out of your way, so that's no longer an issue.
I think Carlton pulls out
Stand
here,
right.
and I almost outbraked myself and ran him off.
Almost. I mean, maybe you even did with a
Did you
lag
hit the
bubble,
wall?
I don't know.
Yep.
You never know.
Oh, good, sorry. No, judging by his response, I think that was a mistake on his part.
Yeah. So we're back to me, and it looks like Cornford has disappeared completely. Perhaps he's in front of Squan, I'm not sure. Or maybe he pitted. But either way, I'm now chasing Squan. Still in front of Sander.
Yeah, it looks like Squan was the other person we were trying to think of.
Yep. And presumably Cornford managed to find his way past.
Either that or Cornford has pitted and is behind you guys. Because you've gained a position over tonight. You were in Penta.
Oh, and there is the Squan.
Having some
Making a
issues.
big mistake. I'm not sure if he lost his wing there or...
Very nice of you to give him the space on the outside, even though he was ghosted.
Yep. I never want to risk running through a ghosted car with this game, to be honest, so...
Yeah, it doesn't seem to work that well. Oh, you've gained another position here. Oh no, you haven't.
Yeah, we've skipped forward a bit. I'm in front of Squan. He's still right behind me though. He's actually, I remember this, and he was chasing me down all this way, and we were both catching up with Cornford. And it looks like there's going to be a three-way battle coming up pretty soon.
You've gone very wide there. It's going to give him the DRS and the overtaking opportunity.
Yeah. I gave him the room on the inside and used quite a lot of my thing. I'm basically hoping that he just outbrakes himself. And wouldn't you know it, both of them did, but I actually
very
got a
low
little bit
braking.
too early.
Gone down the inside. That'll
Yeah,
give
I
you the
went
position, but he's managed to get on the power much earlier.
a very brave dive there, to be honest, but it's
Cornford-
pretty safe driving.
Cornford went into the wall, and that's put.
Wow, three abreast.
Oh no! Boy, I think that was the only option you had there to cut that corner.
Well, I mean, I don't think you'd ever see that in a real Formula One race, to be honest. That was just
that's
insane.
not going to happen. Oh, it looks like you've had a slight touch there from someone and locked up.
Yeah, very unfortunate after making both those positions stick through that corner. And no wing now, so that's definitely not good.
Yeah.
It looks like both the others managed to escape unscathed.
Oh, and then looks like you've been rammed from behind there. I'm not entirely sure what
Yeah,
happened.
that was Monolith actually. I warned him on Mumble that I'd lost my wing and that I had to brake early, but he was coming up to lap me and I guess he didn't respond.
That's a
Basically
shame.
hit me. He actually ended up getting a penalty for that.
I'm sure that will get taken away.
No, he actually admitted that it was his fault there because I told him
okay.
about it. Yeah, he admitted that it was his fault and just said he doesn't mind. I don't think it actually affected the results anyway, though. So, as I'm trying to limp back to the pits,
Yes, it's
entertaining to watch.
trying to get back to the pits as quick as possible to try and salvage whatever's left of the race.
The good thing is that my tyres were starting to get a little bit, I mean, it's not perfect pitting time, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's kind of the perfect amount of time to just jump straight onto another set of primes and just go to the end of the race. So that's not too bad.
And that's exactly what I was aiming for. As you can see with the new primes on.
New primes, new wing, that'll help, I'm sure.
But look at the positions. I'm way back down now with Lord P and Carlton. And a big group of cars in front of me as well.
Very slow around the pit exit because it's a very tight exit there for some reason. There's like an
Yeah.
invisible wall that you can hit if you take it too tight, but it's the only thing you can do because there's a line that you can't cross.
Indeed.
Looks like you've come out on your own though, and you're just gonna do your best to try and catch up and wait for them to have their pit stops.
Yep.
Well, back to me then, and here I am in first place. having overtaken Monolith a few laps before, and we're going to take a look at this incident that happened from my view, because I was coming up to lap you guys just as it happened. So here you can see Cornford here is going to run into the wall. It's going to slow him down and let Squan go up a side. And it's going to let you go off to the right, and you're going to go all the way around the outside. Cornford's going to back out. There we go, and you've taken both of them. Squan's gained a position. Cornford's
so Cornford's
lost two,
way
and then
back.
Cornford lets me go through. You turn in a little bit on Squan on the right-hander. He taps you, which then puts you into locking up, which then takes you both out.
And Cornford takes the position again.
Yeah, it was a very eventful few corners for you guys there.
Yeah. It was nice for you though, you managed to lap us all with no incidents.
Yeah, I was kind of worried because I came up behind you three and I saw that you three were fighting. And I thought, I really don't want to spoil this fight, it looks quite fun. And then, well, I suppose you guys fought it for yourselves and I just drove past.
Yeah.
So, no guilt on my part.
And bang.
That's not.
That was just a complete mind blank incident there.
Yeah, I think you lost concentration a little bit and...
Yeah, and now it really has affected my race. Before I was thinking, it's okay, I can catch up with those guys. It wasn't too bad of a time for a pit stop, but...
Yeah, I mean, if you look ahead on the map, there's two people in the pits, and...
I think it's actually those two, actually. If I remember correctly, I come into the pits and I see them leaving.
That was Lord Pete ahead of you.
Yeah, that was.
So a couple of people come in the pits, and you were also catching a third person, so... It wasn't looking too bad for your race after that previous incident where you lost your wing, but...
Yeah, now it's really just damage limitation, trying to grasp those bottom few points, really.
Looks like you're going to come out in 11th, behind Lord P, who we saw leaving the pit, so he's quite far ahead. And you've got Carlton behind you, so you're in a bit of a false India sandwich. Neither of them really close enough to catch or be overtaken by.
Well, I mean, the good thing is that I did go back onto the options, so
yeah,
I can push it a little bit harder.
Yeah, not that long left in the race.
My head.
There we go. We see.
Speaking of options, your tyres are starting to look a little bit worse for wear.
Yeah, we see Carlton there on the exit of that corner before the stadium. He managed to drive straight on, same as you did. Lost his wing, and here I am coming into the pits for my final stop.
Whoa, bit of a drift.
Almost lost the back end there, but it's fine. The game takes over. I think this might be my third stop. I think I accidentally did... Oh no, this is my second stop. I did prime option. So this is second and final stop. 3 seconds. And we're going to come back out, I think, ahead of Monolith. I cannot remember. Let's see what happens. Someone's just overtaken and I've not lost position, so that's someone unlucky themselves. And then this car coming down the pit straight. I think that is Monolith, so... Let's see how this works out. Right. Just managed to get the position. But he will get DRS on me, so he will be able to take this place. Just going to have to try and get a really nice exit off this corner. Jump the curb. Get the power on. Use probably about just over half the curves. There we go, stop just over half. And stay to the right. Let him take the inside. Give him loads of room around the outside. And I'm not sure. I think he just surrendered that.
Yeah, pretty fair driving. You definitely needed to use all of that curves that you did there. So good defending.
Yeah, and now I'm coming up to lap Squan. I think this is the other Ferrari. I'm in a Ferrari sandwich here. One Ferrari having a very good race and the other not really.
This race
is Monolith in second, and we'll see in a second. Squan in 7th.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Yeah,
well, I wish I was right now.
Not too well for me. I don't know how I've pulled it.
Yeah, it looks like Ferrari's having a slightly better race
I was
than
last at one point.
we are. I think we're in
Races
first
maybe,
and 11th, and
Touch
Ferrari
wood.
in 2nd and 7th. So they'll gain some points on us this race if it stays like this.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to take a look at the points after this race and see where everyone stands.
Back to you again then. We've only got 7 laps left of this race.
Yeah, I've been gradually catching Lord P.
Oh, the gap does look close. It looks like he's catching someone else as well. I'm not sure whether... I mean, this race is a bit spread out at this point, so it's difficult to tell whether he's coming up on 9th place or whether he's coming up on a lapped car, but if he is coming up on that place and you manage to catch them, then that's good news for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's possibly a back marker, but it could maybe be Cornford or someone. Or maybe Sander.
That's true. Sanders had a very anonymous race so far. He hasn't really been involved in anything from what we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, Clovis as well. In fact, a lot of the new drivers really haven't seemed to have too many incidents, at least not from our viewpoints.
Almost lost the back end there. Managed
I
to
managed
salvage
to
it.
control it,
That
yeah.
was interesting.
Had a few scary moments like that in this race. Glad that this race is out of the way, though. It's definitely one of my weaker races.
Yeah, the end of the season is very, very interesting. We've got Korea, Japan, India, USA, it's a track I'm not too fond of, and Brazil. And Abu Dhabi, actually, which I think is my favourite.
And Abu Dhabi, yeah, which is a nice track. Certainly the best looking track.
Yeah, the giant multicoloured hotel is always nice to see as we drive past your front wing.
Yep. Just still lying there. The steward's doing a terrible job of cleaning up.
Yeah, lazy, absolutely lazy.
I know. I mean, you know, there was a crash there in real Formula 1 race, and they were straight on it, but...
It's a bit of safety.
And some people are in the pits there. Sanders in the pits, so I managed to get past him back up into 10th.
So that's the same kind of positions that you were in with... There you go, I just set a purple time. But,
just casual, you know.
Yeah, why not? The 1:43.2, and I believe that this lap is also a purple time. So we'll maybe not. Didn't take that corner very nice. If it is a purple time, it's an awful purple time. There we go. We've used half the curves. Come down, brake at about 100. Turn in nice and early. Cut that corner. I'm not going to lie about that. I cut that. Brake at about 60. Take a little bit of the curb. Go all into this little, just over the line into that weird little alcove in the wall. Tuck it behind the
very
tyres
close to the
there.
wall there.
Yeah, absolutely perfect line, I think, through there. Brake at the UBS sign above. Go over that, the second apex. Take both of these curbs as much as possible. I really don't like that section of the track, actually. And then brake. Worst corner of the track. Absolutely worst corner of the track, that one.
I don't know. I quite like that corner.
It's the same as the hairpin in Suzuka. I really don't like them. Like, you have to turn and then brake.
It's very
How did you
difficult,
get
yeah,
on
very
with
easy to
five
lock
of
up.
you?
It looks like I'm
That's
6 tenths up on the
bloody
previous lap, which was purple, so... Gonna get another purple if we do this last sector nicely. Turn in over the orange markers and turn in over these orange markers. Tuck it in just behind that tyre wall. Brake at about 60. Throw it across the little triangle. Miss the orange markers on the inside there. Try and hit the orange markers here. Just missed them. Get those ones. That was almost perfect. And then throw it down one gear. Turn in full speed. And we'll go across the line for I think a 1:42.0. Now that is the fastest lap of the race.
Pretty nice lap. I presume that's going to be the fastest for the whole race, because I guess your tyres are only going to get worse from here, and there's not too many laps left, so...
Yeah, that was the fastest lap, and I think I was on, what was I on? I was on that orange thing for the fuel. I can't remember what the word is. It's like, standard or normal or optimal, I think it is, something like that. And, what I had to do is, I was running every lap in lean, so that I could then do the next lap in rich to try and beat it again. And I kept on making mistakes, so I think that is the quickest lap of the race.
Well, as you were speaking, Lord P went deep again. He really doesn't like the corners on this track, it seems.
It looks like a lot of people in the kind of the midfield pack have been making mistakes throughout the race. So I don't think anyone can really say that they were happy with their performance from, I'd say, fourth downwards, maybe?
Yeah. But, hey, you know, it's given me an extra position, yeah, but he is right on my tail, so I'm going to have to defend it for the rest of the race.
Just over a second behind you, and depending on how well he took that section of the track, he might get the DRS.
And as you may have seen when I flicked the screen up there, I'm on -1 lap of fuel as well. So
yeah,
luckily I have been lapped, so I just
that is true, yeah.
But yeah, I've been.
I never thought of that. That does help.
Yeah, there you go.
All you got to do is get lapped, and you can use an extra lap of fuel.
Exactly.
Brilliant plan. Yeah, it looks like you managed to keep your position with Lord P behind you, and then
do a bit of a
head
wobble.
to the next lap, and
hello.
we found Cornford in the wall.
Wow. So, back with the old crew, all I need now is Squan. It doesn't look like he's too far ahead if that is him on the minimap.
Yeah. Looks like even though you lost 2 wings, these guys have made enough mistakes to bring them back to where you are. And Cornford, with that mistake, lost 2 positions. Both you and Lord P, who just followed through. We've only got 4 laps left in this race, so I'm not entirely sure whether you'll be able to catch Squan, who are apparently 30 seconds ahead, but I'm not sure whether that was true. I'm in the lead, so I wouldn't be behind you. So, I am now 32 seconds ahead of Monolith.
Just the formalities left, really, isn't it? At this point.
I have a 10-second penalty, but I don't think that's going to really come into effect, really.
And wow, who's that? Is that outsider? So you've lapped
That
all
is
that
outsider.
all the way to 5th, 4th, 6th?
7th? 6th. So yeah, I'll explain about this. This is my last lap. We've got half a lap left, and I'm coming up behind outsider, who is on lap 30, remember. So he's coming up behind Insane, who's ahead as you can see, and he really wants to catch up and overtake Insane for 5th place. And at this point I'm kind of thinking, do I lap him, or do I let him go and see if he can overtake Insane? But he did let me through eventually, so that's right. I kind of kept the position. My tyres are absolutely shot. And it looks like he spun out a little bit there.
Sorry, man.
But that does mean
I was trying to get out your
that
way,
unless
so
I manage to
keep on
catch Insane,
which I've now lost.
that Insane's going to finish on the lead lap, and he's going to do a whole extra lap than Outsider, because Outsider's going to finish
I was about
when he crosses the line here at the end of lap 30.
I've been catching him a
Which
little
means
bit
that-
the last few laps.
Another piece of
Hopefully
information is
I can squeak
Insane,
him
I
before
think,
the
has a
end, but it's
10-second
not gonna happen
penalty.
anymore unless you take him out. For
So
me. I'd really appreciate it.
Outsider would have got 5th place if he'd have finished within 10 seconds of Insane. However, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, because
Did a
Insane's
good
going to do
job.
another lap, and
Oh,
Outsider's
no,
going to
sure.
finish within the 10 seconds.
Fucked it up.
Like he's going to cross the line, around about now, I'd go. And I'm not sure what's going to happen there.
Wow.
But yeah, I finished the race in 1st place, and we
And,
skipped to you.
what the? Wow.
That seemed
So-
like a really weird bug, that.
No, so I think I locked up and then I got hit, or it looked like I got hit, and then sort of locked up again, I guess.
It looks like I wasn't too far away from lapping you guys.
And unfortunately, it was the final lap as well, so
You've,
it looks like Lord P's gonna keep hold of that position. Luckily, Confidence just dropped off the face of the earth. I don't know where he's gone.
yeah, you just got to hope that Lord P makes another mistake and gives you that position back. We'll have to see whether that happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because from lap 26, I think it was, I managed to get past him. I've been holding him right behind me all that time. I remember this very well.
Yeah.
A really, really close racing, and a few position trades actually, I think, as well. And, yeah, unfortunately there's not really any overtaking positions left, so I'm relying on a mistake, really.
Yeah, it looks like there's a very slow-moving car ahead of you two. If you look on the minimap, you've caught someone. That's not going to help. You've just gone very deep into that corner. It looks like you two are catching someone, though, very quickly. As Carlson gets disqualified from the session on the very last lap. Well,
Wow.
actually, it's not the last lap for you guys.
Yeah, it is, because you've already finished, so.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
It looks like the other car is not going to interfere, and Lord P is going to hold on to that position. Unless he somehow managed to muck up the last corner.
Almost lost the back end there out of the penultimate corner. They got very wide there, just trying to accelerate through to the finish line. Yeah, so we've got myself in 1st, 32 seconds ahead of Monolith in the end. Clovis in 3rd, so I think that's his first race of the season, so that's very good from him. His fastest lap was quicker than everyone except me and Monolith, so I think he can be very impressed with that.
You want to know something that I've just noticed that is interesting, actually?
What?
The 4th fastest lap was by me, despite finishing in 9th.
Very well done, Jay. I think that says a lot about your performance. It was more about the mistakes that you made than,
I think
than the pace that you had.
those two wings, especially really cost me because,
Yeah, definitely. So let's see how that affects the championship. And it looks like I've got myself into first position with 20 points. For the 2 races that I've attended, I've won them both. Legitimately beating Monolith this time, so very, very reassuring for me.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lord P managed to steal that last point on this race from me, so I'm still on 5 and dropped down behind the midfield a bit, but it's very, very close between everyone there, really. Still lots of time for me to try and catch them up.
Well, after that eventful race, we are looking forward to the next round of the Virtual WDC Championship, where we will be travelling to Korea. That video will be coming up in about a week's time. In the meantime, check out my other videos on YouTube, and check out Jay's other videos.
Yeah, youtube.com/JNemesis, especially if you like Civ. Most of it is Civ, to be honest, but I do record my F1 races from first person view if you want to watch them all in full.
Thank you for watching. Peace!